Honestly, I don't think he's had the biggest impact on this split. When I think back to his Diana performances, there was one time where I think he had like one stellar game, but outside of that, I think that he was smart. I do think that trying to get his blue was a bit of a gamble, but it ended up paying off because he could have lost that Smite fight, but now he's in a great position where he secures the first Drake for his team. It looks like the Cloud will again be the second, making his way up. Look at Diana as well. She's abandoned the wave in mid lane and started moving up into the river. Keeping in mind, Hylissang does have the teleport available as well. Fnatic actually looking for a fight.
Yeah, but with the call of the Forge God, Ragnarok's pop, but here comes the Dawning Shadow, and you can see that's first blood for Fnatic. They set that one up perfectly. Even without vision, knowing that the Rift Herald could be started, Selfmade running underneath the tower, but he's got Hylissang in support. I was like, mate, what if you get caught there? Oh wait, Chrono Shift exists, and he can just dash back out.
Light gold advantage, but more importantly, they'll secure the first Rift Herald of the game.
And I wonder if Fnatic will then go and challenge at this dragon, because you can see Xerxes made a beeline for it, knowing that Selfmade will be doing that Rift Herald after winning the top lane trade. Fnatic don't really have the vision. Reckless actually burned Flash in the bottom lane while he was participating in the top lane play. I assume Upset and Destiny just tried to engage on him, just jumped on him. Looks like the final chapter was used, so it makes a lot of sense. But Origen will be able to get their second dragon of the game. It's Cloud ready, and we'll see what soul we're going to have. Infernal is the name of the game for this match.
So, Infernal that they have in order to successfully set up these fights. Meanwhile, Fnatic looking for a dive in the bot lane. Let's see if they can pull it off.
Well, Origen are going to try and answer. You can see both Xerxes and Nukeduck are on their way. Final chapter coming out from Upset. He's able to dodge away, and even with the Chrono Shift, this is not a good situation for Fnatic to be in. Selfmade's going to try and get his way away, not tanking up the turret yet. But with the Equalizer coming out, Origen want more than just that first kill. Reckless caught with the Undertow, doesn't have Flash, remember, doesn't really have a way to go. Last Embrace coming out as well as Xerxes caught up. Double teleport used as everyone's going to join the fight in the bottom lane. We're going to have a full 5v5. Rippo joins the fray. Call of the Forge God lands onto Nukeduck. He's almost dead, but he manages to head into the bush for the second. Rippo takes him. Xerxes still alive. Upset caught up in the last Embrace and Fnatic, and now turning this fight around. Alphari has to flash the wall. Destiny jumps to the Upset, but the flash in from Nemesis. The chase on Alphari. One more auto is enough. It's a double for Nemesis. He's caught behind the tower now, and the rest of Fnatic aren't quite there yet. Nemesis almost goes down. The final auto will get him. Brippo tanking up the turret. Upset's dead. It's only Destiny left alive, and Brippo ticking, still surviving. Fnatic take down 5.
And up the back end of the fight, he's managed to complete that Nash's Tooth now, and Fnatic, they're not slowing down.
Oh, Brippo's diving it. Brippo's dead. That was so greedy from him. Not sure what away. Cannon Barrage only just come off cooldown, so they decide they don't want to fight for the third. The fourth and fifth, I'm sure, will be on the menu. Upset trying to trade here onto Brippo. Not going to do too much work. Just over the 16-minute mark, and Call of Forge God's being used here in the mid lane. Upset really doesn't have an escape. The final chapter coming out as well, and Upset just rooted to the spot. Selfmade jumps in and takes the kill. Brippo still tanking the tower, has a Chrono Shift to boot to bring him back alive. And Selfmade will fall to the Equalizer. The turret goes down in the mid lane, and Origen might want to keep chasing this one. Brippo doesn't have Flash, does have the exhaust though. Xerxes with the Undertows, if he could connect, could do a lot of work, but can't quite find those axes into their marks. And so Origen will call off the fight. Tower falls in the top lane. 2 OG is their first of the game.
Ends up being a 1-for-1 overall, 1-for-1 in terms of towers, but Nemesis...
doesn't look like Origen are going to check it, so it should be pretty easy for Fnatic to take.
I mean, we already talked about how Origen probably don't want to look for fights right now. Yeah. They want to stack up the Mirror Mana. They want to try and complete the Trinity Force on Upset. They want to get Liandry's on Upset as quickly as humanly possible. And I ultimately think that Origen just have to play defensively right now. They have to sit and wait, and they can't look to force anything as Fnatic, with the Rift Herald, can continue to push the tempo.
And with the speed of Reckless and Hylissang coming in from that bottom lane, Time Warp, from that mid lane, sorry, Time Warp and the Curse of the Black Mist give you such a movement speed buff that you could see Reckless and Hylissang just trying to get up here, make
straightforward. You ult and then you just go in. But because of the amount of zone control that things like a Rumble and the GP provides, I think it's going to change the dynamic of how things have to be played. So you can see Fnatic right now, full control of the river. Alphari's going to face check.
He face checks straight into them, able to get away for the moment, but Selfmade's on the chase. Brippo will take the kill with the Call of the Forge God. Now Fnatic can win a 4v5. They can take it. Selfmade low though. Chunked out towards the bottom side. Chrono Shift still available here for Hylissang. You can look. He just steps straight into him. A great double knock up into the Dawning Shadow, and the chase is on. Upsets down to Nemesis. And the Ragnarok is not going to save you for too long. Xerxes, Hylissang on the chase, lands that Chrono Shift. And Origen lose 2 so quickly. Fnatic turned back towards the Infernal Dragon.
Well, that interesting team fight I was looking for kind of fell on its face as Alfaro just face-checked the brush. He didn't have vision of the brush. The control ward, of course, did mitigate that, but I'm surprised that he would make that play. He must have believed that Fnatic were on the Drake and this was a safe play to do, but you can see, like, when we get Infernal in their back pocket, Origen are slowly starting to flounder. They're not finding any good team fights, and yeah, it's just falling apart for Origen. This is not really what we expect to see, but Fnatic with their performance upset now.
Upset's dead. Oh, Selfmade. This is a This is actually, we shouldn't show this online because this is like more than PG-13. This is rated R material here from Selfmade.
Selfmade just took upset on. We get to see the Locket come out from Whipper, which is something that we've been seeing a lot more on top lane Orns, because I think it helps really mitigate a lot of damage. So I think with the current state of things, with the itemization that's coming through, with the fact that Fnatic is going to secure a completely uncontested Baron, they're looking to go 2-0 up in this series. Origen continue to get routed. Fnatic have continuously outplayed Origen throughout this series. We get a TP into the bot lane here.
Final chapter's being used as Origen look for a fight. Dawning Shadow coming out as well, but Reckless back above half HP straight away. Upset just gets deleted with the Dragon's Rage, and Origen run for the hills. That was a 4v5, and Origen are the ones retreating. This game has snowballed totally out of their control. It's a 9,000 gold lead for Fnatic, and after it looked relatively even, after it looked close, it's anything but. Fnatic dive into the base, past the inhibitor towers. They're not inhibiting anything. They are allowing Fnatic to step forward, and Origen can do nothing about it.
Meanwhile, Hylissang split pushing in the bot lane. He does it on Pyke, he's doing it on Zilean. He used that TP to set up the next wave for Fnatic to follow up on. The death time is just still long for two members, and Fnatic with all five, they're looking to end this game. The first game was, what, 27, 28 minutes? Fnatic looking to match that record, but they don't want to overextend. They're just going to reset, they're just going to spend their gold and look to close this one out cleanly.
And speaking of gold, they seem like they have the ability to slow this game down.
I mean, you can see that Origen tried to run it back in the second game. They went for the early Ezreal pick this time around again, and they haven't been able to answer what Fnatic has been drafting. And this game looked a little bit closer. I thought we could see a better team fight, but Origen, they just got like one big mistake from Alfari, cost Origen everything, and now Fnatic with the Baron, they're taking down the third inhibitor. They're looking to end the game. Good kick.
Oh, Alfari kicked back into the team. Call of the Forge God coming out as well, and Alfari will be locked up already. Xerxes dead. You can see the root on Selfmade, but he's got the Chrono Shift. I even forgot about it. We haven't even had to see it used. The dive onto the backline by Nemesis catches them just before they can get to the sweet release of the fountain and gives them instead the sweet release of death. It's a triple kill for Nemesis. The Nexus towers are falling, and Fnatic in dominant fashion are looking to dive onto the fountain. Destiny kills Hylissang, but he will fall in the favor. Fnatic 2-0 against Origen.
This was the 1v9 performance we wanted to see from Nemesis on day.